You never really know who your true friends are until you have something they want. And when you have nothing, that's when the real test begins. There once was a boy who walked the halls of his college feeling heavier with each passing day, not because of books or exams, but because of the invisible weight of loneliness. The phone in his hand buzzed and blinked constantly. Messages poured in, but none brought comfort. "Can I borrow your notes? Help me with my assignment? Come hang out tonight, you're the best!" Every message felt like a reminder. People came only when they wanted something. Yet, when he himself needed someone, just one person to listen, to care, his phone stayed silent, not a single reply. His calls went unanswered. He felt abandoned, a ghost among crowds. He wondered, quietly, bitterly, are these really my friends or just strangers waiting for their turn? This question gnawed at him, a stone in his heart, until one evening he sought the one man whose wisdom was spoken of in whispers, the old man who lived beyond the town, in a little garage filled with broken scooters and forgotten tools. The boy arrived, tired and raw, and found the wise man bent over an ancient scooter, hands steady but worn. The air smelled of oil and earth. "I'm tired," the boy said. "Tired of being used, tired of being invisible when I need help." The wise man looked up slowly, eyes like calm pools that had seen many storms. "Then," he said, "become someone they cannot use." The boy frowned. "How?" Without speaking more, the wise man reached into a drawer and pulled out a small, sealed envelope. It was old, edges frayed but firm. He handed it to the boy. "Tell them you have won a great treasure," the wise man instructed. "But do not open the envelope. Just wait." Puzzled but desperate for answers, the boy took the envelope, the weight of it heavier than any gold. The very next day, the boy walked through the bustling halls with the envelope tucked securely in his pocket. His voice was calm, but carried a secret. "I've won £1,000,000 in the lottery," he told anyone who asked. Word spread like wildfire. Suddenly, those who had been distant flocked near, smiles turned wide, hands extended, invitations came pouring in. "Come to the party, let's study together, we should start a business." The boy played along, watching, learning, but in the midst of the noise, one face was missing, his oldest friend, quiet, steadfast, who did not seek his fortune but his company. That absence whispered louder than the cheers. Days passed, and the boy grew exhausted. The weight of pretending, of watching false smiles, was heavier than the sealed envelope in his pocket. The friends who rushed forward faded into shadows when he looked for them beyond the money. Returning to the wise man, the boy slammed the envelope down on the old wooden table. "Did this change anything?" he asked, voice cracking. The wise man smiled sadly, opening the envelope with care. Inside, it was empty, not a single penny. "Money," the wise man said gently, "does not change people. It only reveals who they truly are." "You didn't lose friends," he continued, eyes piercing. "You lost strangers wearing masks." That evening, under a sky streaked with crimson and gold, the boy found his quiet friend sitting beneath a great tree, sketching softly. "Why didn't you come when you heard?" the boy asked. The friend looked up, calm as ever. "I did not want to be just another person who remembered you only when you had something." The boy smiled softly and handed over the empty envelope. There was never any money. A faint smile touched the friend's lips, then I passed the test. The boy nodded, understanding fully now. "You didn't even know there was a test. That is why you passed." From that day forward, the boy's world changed. There were fewer people around, but those who remained stood firm and true. No longer weighed by false expectations, he carried clarity in his heart. He had not gained treasure, but something far more precious, a knowing. Sometimes, he thought, you must pretend to have everything. just to see who stays when you have nothing. Reflection and question to the reader. If all your wealth and status was stripped away, who would truly stand beside you? Do they exist? Tag them or ask yourself if you even know.